Welcome to Hotel Camino Real Polanco in Mexico City. This hotel was in the extremely quiet and walkable neighborhood of Polanco, and while we chose it based on aesthetics and amenities, not a single one of those amenities was used because we spent our entire time exploring the city. When I get to a hotel, I like to line the sink with all of my skincare and toiletries and hang up any clothing to have a quick access to it or steam it. This was the beautiful blue bar at the entrance of the hotel. We just wanted a quick bite to eat and to hydrate, so we ordered a couple Topo Chicos, some fries that happened to have a corn and aioli situation happening, but it was good though, and some guac. It seemed like all of the guacamole in Mexico City came with fried tortillas versus chips, so keep that in mind. Now it was time to explore. Our destination was the Roma Norte neighborhood, so we roamed between Polanco and there. Our first official meal was at La Pitaya Vegana, and I got a corn soup and some tacos that were supposed to be like tacos al pastor, but with mushrooms, but they were too sweet with a pineapple compote. Most of my meals during my trip were vegan, and this was my least favorite. We then walked over to Mercado Roma, which has a lot of food options, but most seem to be closed at this time of night. We just wanted to browse though. The sign says Foley Bar, but I think the name of this bar we stopped at for happy hour is called As Happy as Larry, and it's directly next to Mercado Roma. Y'all, I hated that food so much earlier that I had to stop at a random stall on the street for some tacos al pastor. This was the cuisine highlight of my entire trip. I'll never have a better taco. And you know I liked it because I couldn't stop shaking my head at how good it was, and I did a happy dance after. Last on the itinerary for day one was dessert, and we decided early on that Churreria El Moro was the place to be, especially since they're vegan. I wish they were hot, but other than that, no complaints. Okay, buenos dias. I have like background music. This is literally my first time talking. Oh, I look tired. I slept well last night. We're about to head to the Anthropology Museum after leaving Cafe Toscana Polanco. That's the neighborhood that we're staying in, and we're trying to hang out here for the first half of the day before going over to Roma, which is where we were last night. Let's go. few times throughout our trip, we ran into indigenous performers. This was right outside of the Anthropology Museum. We had the best lunch at Plantasia. Oh, it won't even get you. Right now we're at Los Losers, but
Los Losers.
What you're about to see is a cocktail, like a mixology class, cocktail making class, and I didn't preface that, so enjoy. Our main activity of day 2 was a mixology class that we found on Airbnb Experiences. We learned all there is to know about Mezcal, learned how to kiss the shot instead of just shooting it, and then proceeded to make 2 Mezcal-based cocktails. My first cocktail was a cucumber rosemary margarita style drink, and the second involved smoking some cinnamon and cloves with smoked elote syrup as my sweetener. Both drinks were delicious. Because we left Plantasia early to make it to the mixology class on time, we still needed a real dinner. We enjoyed Los Losers and got some gyoza. I think we got guacamole, and I got an al pastor tostada, which was pretty yummy. The morning of day 3, we Ubered to Mercado Coyoacan for breakfast and to take a peek around. I was hoping to stumble across some authentic textiles or trinkets to take home, but nothing jumped out at me. There's plenty to see, and it's also a great place for just a meal or to grab groceries like fresh seafood, meats, and veggies. We are very much museum folks, so I was super excited to visit the Sumaya Museum. I'm in love with paintings and portraits, so it was my favorite. It was also free. Okay, so as you can see, we don't miss no meals. We had lunch at Veguissima or Veguissima. We ordered, you guessed it, guacamole. I did not like their crisps that came with it, and I got ramen that surprisingly came with glass noodles. I jazzed it up with the chili paste and some pickled veggies they had on the table, but to be honest, it tasted like pho, which I did not want, and I'm not crazy about. We then walked around some more and had a nap before dinner. We were hoping to go to Plantasia again, but they closed earlier than we thought. Everything closes early on Sundays. So I sought out another taco stand, and they were good, but not as good as the others. We finished the night at Nonna, an Italian restaurant, for drinks, and I got this smoky rose gin concoction. And on the morning of day 4, before heading to the airport, we walked back over to Cafe Toscana Polanco, and I opted for the French toast and some African breakfast tea.